Good morning, and how are you this morning? How was your weekend, everyone? Okay, welcome back to your online class. And what did you study on Friday? The first session that you have learned about listening to the news and another one, writing shooter 2A, right? And today's schedule in the first session, you are going to study about the blueprint 6. And today's lesson, you are going to move on lesson 3, international cooperation, right? On page 42. Before moving to our new lesson today, teacher would like you to review some of the grammar that you learned on Thursday, everyone, about the future simple and the future continuous. Then you have learned about the zero conditional sentence and the first conditional sentence. Okay, teacher have found that you have a little bit mistake with your classwork and homework regarding to these two types of grammar pattern with the future and the conditional. You know, if you are talking about the present simple, okay, past simple and the future, meaning that we are in the middle of the action. But now we move to the future, so we don't talk about okay, which I mentioned about the action maybe interrupt in one action that happened in the future. We call present continuous tense. Okay, so we use a future tense like will or being to plus with base verb, okay, to state a future fact or plans to make predictions. Will is also used to make offer, talk about plan made at the time of speaking. So teacher would like to compare about will and be going to everyone. Will, we can use it for the predicted action, meaning that we have no planning at all. Meaning that at the same time that we are talking or discussing, okay, and then we just doing like offer, like the invitation, or one more we call key predicting. And about the future, again about the beginning too, we call another word we call future plan, meaning that everything have been decided in the past and we are going to do it in the future. One thing that we can use about beginning to also about the situation that is real right now and probably happen in the future. Example like when you see the sky is dark, so you just say it's going to rain. Okay, you say not will rain. Okay, see going to. And the future continuous tense is used to talk about the future action that will continue for a period of time or that will be happen at a specific time. It is formed like will be plus verb and ing. Verb ing we call present participle, right? Present participle. Like I'll be attending college in Canada next year. Where will you be living? Or you say that I'm going to be meeting a lot of new people. Then you say they are not going to be waiting. So when you want to make it continuous tense with the going to, everyone make sure that to be plus with going to plus with be and verb 1 ing. Okay, so let's move to the next slide, everyone. Okay, the next slide is about zero conditional sentence and the first conditional sentence. A zero conditional sentence talk about the things that are generally true, both clause used in the present tense. Meaning that even if clause and the result clause, okay, we use both in the present tense. So the question is that can we use the auxiliary verb can, okay, to the main clause or the result clause? The answer is no. we can't use like that, okay? If you use can, it means you instead of will. So can replace will in the first conditional sentence, but not in the zero conditional sentence. Remember? And the difference is that the zero general true and the first conditional just about the thing that possible in the future. Meaning that you talk now, it is not happening right now, but maybe in the future, okay? So if, example like if I took a $20 bill, you see Queen, okay, Elizabeth II. If you post questions, I'll answer them as soon as I can. Yep. Okay, so now teacher would like you to go to our lesson today about the international cooperation. Okay, so what do you see this picture, everyone? The girl is eating at a big pile of the trash or litters, okay, and wearing we call like bad clothes, okay, not proper clothes, can say like that. And can you describe this, everyone? So what word are you going to predict? Gonna be poverty, right? Poverty, a state of being extremely poor, okay? The next word, what do you see? You see the first one like thunderstorm, okay, like the sunshine, okay, a blue sky, raining, okay, they mix together. So we call the climate, okay, climate mean the weather condition prevailing in an area in general or over a long period. You gotta compare between climate and weather. So is it different? Okay, so let's move to the next one, everyone. What do you see about this? Can say that they produce the like more pollution to the air. Okay, it gonna produce all the greenhouse, we call greenhouse gas. Okay, a gas that contribute to the greenhouse effect by absorbing a threat radiation, okay, like carbon dioxide or and like chlorofluorocarbon is difficult word, you know, in chemical are example of greenhouse gas. So the next one, you see many people join hands together. Yep, cooperation, work jointly toward the same end. Okay, so now teacher would like you to see another slide. This is about exploration, the action of exploring unfamiliar areas, or the action of searching an area for natural resources. Okay, what do you see about this one? Trade, the action of buying and selling goods and services. Okay, so teacher gonna talk briefly about this task that you just listened to, the 3 talks about the international cooperation. As you listen, match the picture to the correct talks. So write number 1, number 2, or number 3 under each. So we have the picture from A to F, right? Okay, so while you listen to the tracks, okay, so don't forget to label. You just see the picture and which picture fall to the script number 1, number 2, or number 3. After you listen to this, teacher will give you more detail how the speaker talk differently about these 3 important part of this lesson about the international cooperation. So are you ready to start your task, everyone? Let's go.
Track 13. 1.
For me, the most important work that countries can do together is on climate change. In 2015, almost every country in the world signed the Paris Climate Accord on reducing greenhouse gases. If we don't all reduce our use of fossil fuels, by the year 2100, the climate will have warmed by 3 degrees Celsius, or possibly even more. This could mean a rise in sea levels and the melting of ice at the poles. That would be a disaster. The Paris Agreement is an attempt to prevent all that. It also says that rich countries should send lots of money to poor countries because switching to clean energy is expensive. I don't know if this agreement will work, but at least it's a start.
2. It would be great if countries cooperated more on space exploration. The ISS, the International Space Station, is a joint project between 5 different governments. It involves the US, Russia, the EU, Japan, and Canada. So it's very complex politically, but it's been a huge success. The ISS has been going since 1998. It's taught us a lot about our solar system and about how humans can survive in space. We should be able to do even bigger things if we keep working together. Maybe by the 2020s, we'll have built a station on the moon, or even on Mars. 3.
Countries must cooperate more to end hunger. In the last 20 years, thanks to economic growth, there's been a dramatic reduction in extreme poverty. This is fantastic news, but there's still more work to do. Worldwide, 1 in every 9 people still goes to bed hungry. If we worked harder, we could make even more progress. We could promote free and fair trade, which would lead to economic growth. We could also develop new types of food crops that could survive disease and insects. Cooperation among countries is very important for this effort.
Okay, everyone. So after you finish your listening, so what do you hear from the speaker, everyone? So they have talked the first one about the climate change, the second one about the space, and the last one about the poverty, right? So can you match the talk to these 6 pictures, everyone? Okay, so what about the picture number 1? It falls into the script number 1, number 2, or number 3, or number 4. Let's go. Okay, script number 3. You see, this is terrorize, right? And we are talking about the poverty, and in the script they mention like the rich country should support the poor country. Okay, and the picture number 2, the script number 2 about the space mean about the exploration, right? Okay, picture number 3 about the trade. Okay, free trade. Okay, so in the world, you know, each country, you know, they have the same trade, you call free and fair. And the picture in letter D, photo number 2, they talk about mass as well. Picture number letter E about the sea level and increase like the ice melt, climate change. And picture F number 1 also, this is about the pollution. So we move to the next slide, everyone. So in this slide you will see, okay, and what do you see here, everyone? Yeah, teacher won't play the listening for you, but want to read it a little bit for you. The script number 1 here. Okay, let's go. It would be great if countries cooperated more on space exploration. The ISS, means the International Space Station, is a joint project between 5 different governments. It involves the US, Russia, the EU, Japan, and Canada. So it's very complex politically, but it's been a huge success. The ISIS has been going since 1998. It's taught us a lot about our solar system and about how humans can survive in space. We could be able to do even bigger things if we keep working together. Maybe in the 2020s we'll have to build a station on the moon or even on Mars, right? Okay, so now move to the next slide. A country must cooperate more to end hunger. This is about the poverty. Okay, in the last 20 years, thanks to economic growth, there have been a dramatic, reduction in extreme poverty. This is fantastic news, but there are still more work to do. Worldwide, 1 in every 9 people still goes to bed hungry. If we worked harder, we could make even more progress. We could promote free and fair trade, which would lead the economic growth. We could also develop new types of food crops and could survive disease and insects. Cooperation among countries is very important for this effort. Okay, so everyone, so now it's come to end of your lesson today. So thank you so much for your watching.